Hello, my name is Kayla Nogueira Cook. I'm from Brazil, and I'm the head chef and one of the co-owners of Casa Brasil in Pittsburgh. At Casa Brasil, we serve home-style cooking of Brazilian cuisine from Wednesday through Sundays. Most of our recipes are family recipes or traditional to Brazilian cuisine that I adapted to Pittsburgh. I have been cooking since I was 7, but professionally the last 5 years, and at Casa Brasil for a year. First of all, I was in search for a place to operate from because due to the regulations of the health department, you're not allowed to work from home. So I was in the process of renting kitchens to provide catering services. However, the availability of rental kitchens in Pittsburgh is not enough. So I was in the path of finding a place to call my own so I could do all my cooking under one roof. So that's how Casa Brasil came about. We have been at Casa Brasil for a year. So for the last year, we've been very busy at Casa Brasil, working to stay. We started as a pop-up restaurant, and a lot of people don't know what a pop-up restaurant is or always ask why it was a pop-up. We started as a pop-up as a transition phase, hoping to stay a little longer, but at first our lease was offered for just a year. So we said, okay, with a year, what can we do? So that's how the pop-up idea came about. And then within this last year, we did many things. Within the restaurant itself, off-site catering, we were very welcomed by our community, the Highland Park community, the Brazilian community, Latino, Pittsburgh in general, welcomed us like very well. And that led us to receive a couple awards as one of the best global restaurants in Pittsburgh, upcoming restaurants, and so on. Well, there's no perfect place to be. I think the perfect place we have to make our own. It's not easy to be miles and miles away from your culture, your family. Challenges will be everywhere, but I think our community in Pittsburgh can be very welcoming in a sense. Sometimes we don't feel that welcomeness, but there are a lot of great people here that can help you navigate and move forward and feel like Pittsburgh is a place to be for you. There are a lot of little challenges, I think daily challenges. They're always here and we have to face it, have to overcome. As a business owner, the lack of funding, that is definitely one. The fact of not having family support around you, like getting support from friends that sometimes become your family, that's very helpful. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to cooking abroad is finding the ingredients necessary for the recipes. 90%, most of my recipes, I learned how to use local ingredients to make it happen. So I don't rely on ingredients coming straight from Brazil to finalize a plate, a recipe or something. But that was definitely a challenge in the beginning, learning what those ingredients are, if they would work. The measurements, of course, they're very different than kilos and grams and all that stuff. So that's a challenge that is still up to today. Remember the pounds and this and that. And of course, the language barrier too. So I've been here for almost 14 years now, and when I came, I already could speak English, but of course didn't have the fluence, but I was able to communicate with people. But during the last 14 years has improved a lot and still a way to go. But it's definitely a challenge learning the whole aspect of language, because the language is much more than saying hello. At Casa Brasil, we offer dining in, the dining in experience. We can do takeouts as well. Catering in-house, since we have an event space on the lower level of our building, and off-site catering as well. And if you want to try some home flavors of Brazil, come visit us. I am Kayla Nogueira Cook. I'm the head chef and chefpreneur at Casa Brasil, and I'm proud to be a Pittsburgh Latina.